blame, she can't count on him. She try to be nosy and hit up my ex. She like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, we need more. Tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep the score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to guard.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number. Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, blue punts, whole team counting, that's a big number.
Yeah.
Not a day in my life. Long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. We ain't gon' run, no, we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lap. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons in them. Ice cream whip, triple school. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna blame me, no conversation. Ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no, we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. We ain't gon' run, no, we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die.
Coach, we are about 15 miles or so west of downtown Phoenix at State Farm Stadium in the Arizona suburb of Glendale. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Rams and the Arizona Cardinals.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Darrell Henderson. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Goff. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. Now keep in mind, they did have 3 interceptions last week. Couldn't quite come up with a first-quarter pick that time.
But they had to like what they saw in terms of reacting when the ball is thrown. We had an expression when I played. It was called break on it. Every time the quarterback puts the ball in the air, break on the football. Go make a play and accumulate those interceptions.
Former defensive back. You remember those 3 interception games. It can be contagious, give you a little momentum.
They really can, and it doesn't matter whether it's one person or if you spread them across your entire defense. Everybody wants a piece of that pie.
76!
Now Goff on 1st down. They'll find Henderson there. It's complete. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Now it's gone. Going up top for Kupp. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with. Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Let's go. 20. Count.
59, mark. Check, 59. Check back. Mike spot 9.
Goff on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was the strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. So the opening drive does yield points. Maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. A first carry now for Thompson. Micah Kaiser was in on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Murray, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Samson Ebukam, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Samson Ebukam, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines.
Here we go.
At their own 44-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
At the 50-yard line.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, Jacobs. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there.
Watch the end. 12.
From the gun on third down. Gone. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. First catch of the game for Cooks. It'll be a first down.
3 for 1. 3 for 1.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Partner, on my spot sheets, I highlighted turnover margin because we remember they turned it over 4 times last week. So another one here in the first quarter. This isn't the way they want to go.
No, not even close, and it's not something they even imagine because the amount of time that we know that they spend in practice.
And the ball is knocked out. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Now he dumps this off over the middle. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make it 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Henderson will try and run for the first. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. Here comes the Rams punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And look at this, it's a fake. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turn. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Samson Abukum in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
16 yards on the play. It's now 3rd down.
The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
3rd and 2, and here's Murray. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Intended for Andy Isabella. Incomplete.
Here's Andy Lee now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Check. 61, max box, white.
They'll run with Henderson here to begin the drive. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It's a Rams 1st down on a pickup of 10.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll go back to Henderson on 1st down. And some room to maneuver. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. Well, what made that toss out to the right so successful? Because it looked pretty easy.
A belief in the play, an absolute execution by all 11 on the offensive side of the ball. Everyone took care of their assignment, but the reason they did so, every time that play is called, they think it's going to go for big yardage. It's their staple play, and they love to run it.
The tackle was by the Boston College product, Harold Landry.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
You got tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. On 3. Motion.
Here's Jacobs. And he's going to be stopped up just short of the 1st down at the Cardinals' 33.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
On 3rd down, here's Henderson. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off.
56.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
At their own 15-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Chandler Jones, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Second down, it's Henderson. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the end zone, gone. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And they work this out past the 25. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. Henderson now on 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
On 2nd down, it's Henderson. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. The Rams on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. Goff now looking to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Rams' 15-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Let's go.
2nd down, Murray sets to throw. Murray fighting, lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Goff now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Goff. And he'll find Hall. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. To throw again on 2nd down. Goff, he'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Goff going to give this one to Henderson. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. This will be the first red zone opportunity now for the Rams. It's 1st and 10 at the 14.
Mike, check, 59. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up.
A shotgun snap for Goff. They'll find Everett there, complete. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Check 59, Mike is 59. Mike is 59.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Goff. And it's caught for a Rams touchdown by Brandon Cooks. Brandon Cooks with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. The extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
58, Mike.
Back to the air on 2nd down, it's Murray. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. Now it brings up 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things.
56.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. It'll be a 48-yard punt, 5 there on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. An update from Denver. The Broncos have taken the early lead. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. Final 12 seconds of the half now as they've got it 1st and 10.
Let's go. We got this.
Out of the gun. Goff. That's taken in by Henderson. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Goff now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they give to Henderson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And this one is right down the middle. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Murray with a 3rd and long. Able to find Isabella. He's at the 30, 20, touchdown, Cardinals. Andy Isabella, 82 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down.
We go tonight. Like 20. Value 3. Value 3.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hall. And he's got the 1st down as he's up to the 45-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Goff now 13 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Goff. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long. Back to throw. Goff. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Gerald McCoy make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Goff now looks to throw. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Great coverage there, holds him to a 2-yard return following a 50-yard punt. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Shotgun handoff to Thompson. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Murray now on 1st down. He's got it complete to Thompson. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 16-yard line.
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9".
Throwing now is Murray. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. Well, why do you go out and spend a first-round pick on a defensive back? Plays like that. The rookie gets his first interception.
Exactly right, and you're trying to limit the number of plays and offense runs. You're trying to limit the number of possessions they have. And he was a guy that I targeted coming out of college and rated very highly for his playmaking skills on defense.
And now he has his first career interception. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
2 for 1. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike is 59.
Here's Goff. He'll find Henderson there. It's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a first down for L.A.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Goff. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chandler Jones in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know. SOS.
Goff. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
All right, Brandon. Normally when you hear about guys making 2 interceptions in the game, you're thinking must be a free safety, maybe a corner. How about getting 2 picks out of one of your linebackers? Again, he's just in the right place at the right time. And that's another great play to come away with the football.
They'll run on 1st down. Thompson trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Yannick Ngakoue in on the stop.
At the 19-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. He'll get this into the hands of Bird. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. A defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
To throw on 3rd down. Murray toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the 1st down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, then no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Mike, check, 59. Check, hey, wahoo!
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. Past the 20. And he's going to get this deep onto Arizona's side of the field. A big play there for L.A. 68 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. They'll run here with Henderson. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so...
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Darrell Henderson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. On the carry, Thompson. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown.
Check, 59.
On 2nd down now, it's Thompson, and he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Christian Kirk, the man he was looking for, and now it's 2nd down.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
Throwing on first down is Murray. And the catch good. It's Eifert. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Murray going to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. He's got Thompson here, complete. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
They come out here in the I. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Edmonds. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
Sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half. You're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
And not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
Murray now, 3rd and goal. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Samson Abukum in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And his kick is indeed good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Well, he's got some breathing room. Touchdown, L.A. Brandon Cooks. His second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Aaron Donald able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on 3rd and long. Murray. And that will be incomplete.
The touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. This would be one heck of a record if he makes this. And why the field goal team is still out there is beyond me. Time to reconsider after the delay. Here's Andy Lee now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. 160 outlaw. Back to the offense, let's go. Let's go.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. The defense can stop it twice more.